Would the graduates please turn and face the platform? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Spring Convocation 2015. Would you please join our vocalist, Katya Hartova, in the singing of O Canada, and then please remain standing for the invocation.
As we gather here today to celebrate the academic achievements of the graduates of the College of Nursing and Dentistry, we give thanks. We give thanks for the freedom to live life with joy to the fullest. And we give thanks for the gift of education, for the professors who have challenged us to learn about our areas of study, and for our classmates we worked and studied with. We also give thanks for the gift of our place of higher learning. The University of Saskatchewan is an excellent place of challenge where students come to learn and to grow. We give thanks for our greatest gift, those who have supported us through our lives, our family and friends who encouraged us, believed in us, and were there for us in our times of need. We give them our love and our gratitude, those who join us here today, and those who couldn't be here but are present in our hearts. We give thanks for the promise of the future. We look forward to new experiences and journeys with new jobs, new travels, and new educational opportunities. As we discern what our path will be, we ask for courage and for strength. Today we have the pleasure of congratulating and celebrating the students who have been learning about care for others, about compassion, and the importance of wellness. We give thanks for them. For all these we give thanks, and we ask for help to use our learning, our gifts, and our talents to make our community, and indeed our world, a better place to be. Amen.
Please be seated. Once again, graduates and distinguished guests, welcome. I am Elizabeth Williamson. I'm the University Secretary, and I have the honor of introducing to you the members of the platform party that you see before you. So beginning with the front row on my left and your right, Russell Eisinger, Registrar and Director of Student Services. Patty McDougall, Vice Provost, Teaching and Learning. Arnold Pelly, Elder and Traditional Healer, Cody First Nation. Colleen Young, Government of Saskatchewan, Member of the Legislative Assembly, Lloydminster. Ernie Barber, Provost and Vice President, Academic. President Gordon Barnhart. Chancellor Blaine Fable. Carl Zilak, this afternoon's recipient of an Honorary Doctor of Science degree. Stuart Houston, Professor Emeritus, presenting this afternoon's Honorary Doctor of Science degree. Jerry Uswak, Dean, College of Dentistry. Ken Sutherland, Associate Dean, College of Dentistry. Lorna Butler, Dean, College of Nursing. And in our second row, three of our orators, Shirley Haynes, Blessing Mudoko, and Rochelle Lubin. Jack Saddleback, President of the University of Saskatchewan Students' Union and member of the Board of Governors. David Bennett, Vice President Finance, Graduate Students Association. Linda Ferguson, member of the University of Saskatchewan Board of Governors and faculty of the College of Nursing. Nadia Prokopchuk, Senator. Richard Michelenko, Senator. Jim Pulfer, Senator. Judy Bezowetsky, University of Saskatchewan Alumni Association. Guy Penny, Director of Academic Programming, Northlands College. Carla Hardcastle, Manager of University Programming, Northlands College. Mary Ellen Andrews, Associate Dean, North and Northwest Campus and Director of the Nurse Practitioners Program, College of Nursing. Hope Belinsky, Associate Dean, Saskatoon and Central Saskatchewan Campus, College of Nursing. Lynn Jansen, Associate Dean, Regina and Southern Saskatchewan Campus, College of Nursing. Neetha Dick, Dean of Nursing, Saskatchewan Polytechnic. Michael McLean, Chaplain. And behind them, and I would ask them to stand, members of the faculty of the University of Saskatchewan. Would you please join me in expressing to all of these faculty, administration, and members of our governing bodies our thanks for the work they have done by supporting, teaching, and encouraging our graduates. We acknowledge the traditional territory of Treaty 6 on which we have gathered for this event. Please stand as you are able for the honor song.
please be seated.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I present to you Carl Zylak. Carl Zylak represents a triumph for small-town Saskatchewan. Carl had his aptitude for music recognized early as an 8-year-old boy at Yellow Creek. Violin lessons were available from Sister Gertrude 28 miles down the track in Wausau. The railway then offered the only reliable year-round transportation. Carl traveled in the caboose. Each week, he and his 4-year older brother Jerry were also fed and given a bed in the convent. When his father moved to Glenavon, the CNR trip was 69 miles to Regina, where Carl enrolled with an even more talented teacher, Frona Cahoon. From age 10, he made the 2-hour Saturday trip alone to Regina in the morning and back to Glenavon in time for bed. He won the Lauback Memorial Scholarships at age 13 and 15, and in 1954, he attained the highest mark in Saskatchewan for Grade 10 Toronto Conservatory exams. When he took grades 11 and 12 in residence at Campion College in Regina, he played violin with the Regina Symphony. While studying for his BA at the University of Saskatchewan, he played violin with the Saskatoon Symphony Orchestra, conducted by Murray Adaskin. Many universities, such as Harvard, recognize that excellence in one field commonly predicts excellence in another. This was the case with Carl. In med school here in Saskatoon, Carl was class president. Excellence in music accurately predicted international recognition in his chosen career in radiology. Carl trained in radiology at Henry Ford Hospital, Detroit, taught 10 years at the University of Manitoba, and for 10 years was chair of radiology at McMaster University, then moved to Henry Ford Hospital in Detroit. Here in Saskatoon, he gave the alumni lecture in 1997. He has lectured in over 30 universities across Canada and the United States, and also in Great Britain, Sweden, Norway, Switzerland, Poland, Australia, Japan, and India. He is past president of the Radiological Society of North America, which hosts the largest annual medical scientific meeting in the world, with 50,000 attendees in Chicago each year. Eminent Chancellor, I present Carl Zylak and ask that you confer on him the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of this province, and with the consent of the Senate of this university, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa, and invest you with all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations, sir.
I need to rescue this strap here, if I can. Beth, can you do the honors, please? Oh, good, thank you very much. Great, okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Chancellor Fabel, President Barnard, honored platform guests, faculty, staff, graduates, parents and grandparents, families and friends, thank you most sincerely for this very meaningful honor. Thank you, Dr. Houston, for your kind and generous introduction. My parents indeed would have been very pleased. And I'm starting to think maybe I should have pursued music. I would also like to thank my family for attending today's ceremony. Most importantly, I would like to thank my best friend, my wife Edie, for her continuing support and love. I stand before you today, the son of a small-town prairie storekeeper, a man who immigrated to Canada from Poland at the age of 17 with the dream of giving his future children a life he could never have. I stand before you, the son of a mother whose family also immigrated from Poland with the same vision, a vision of providing a life filled with endless possibilities for future generations. I stand before you a man humbled by the fortitude, foresight, and courage my parents and grandparents had to come to this great country of Canada, specifically to our home, Saskatchewan. It is their very real and proven bravery that has motivated and guided me throughout my career and throughout my life. The bravery of my father at age 17, with $300 hard-earned dollars from his father, knowing that he would probably never again see his parents or his 4 siblings, venturing forth into a new world, a new language, absent of family and friends. The extraordinary bravery of my mother's family, arriving in Canada with 6 children to carve out an existence on 160 acres of bushland cleared by horse and axe, living in a shelter dug out of a side of a hill. People such as these and countless thousands of others were the pioneers upon which this great province was built. Brave pioneers who are, in large part, the reason why we are all able to be here today. How does one come from that humble background to stand before you, accepting with gratitude and humility this university's highest honor? My parents clearly were not able to offer me a childhood rich in material goods. We didn't have a lot, don't get me wrong, we were well fed. The smell of my mother's kitchen, homemade bread, cinnamon buns, pierogies will always be with me. But they always encouraged education. They provided the guidance, nourishment, security, a childhood rooted in love, hard work, and integrity, all building blocks for a successful future. It is my parents, like I'm sure is the case for most of you sitting here today, who have cast the longest shadow on my life. My father had a few wise sayings that were recycled often in our household while growing up. My 3 siblings and I knew them well, very well. They were ingrained in us from an early age, and I have passed them on more than once to my children and grandchildren. And now today I would like to pass a couple of them on to you. One of his favorite sayings, which served as a constant reminder to do better, to work harder, were the words, "All a person can do is to do their best." Or, all you can do is to do your best. How many times this phrase caused pangs of conscience? Could the mark I received for an examination have been higher? Could a project have been done better? Did I give my best effort? Excuse me, the haunting words, all you can do is to do your best. Remember and take comfort in those words as you head into your job interview or before you give an important presentation, etc. Another of my father's sayings, which has stood me in good stead throughout my career, was, "The only person who does not make a mistake is the person who does nothing." Spoken from a man who was brave enough to say goodbye to his family at the age of 17 so that my siblings and I could have the chance, and I quote, to make mistakes. Take it home with you today, as it too may provide solace when dealing with future perceived or real mistakes. Do not be afraid to make mistakes. We learn from mistakes. If we do not, we continue to repeat them. Accept the challenge of change, a new adventure, taking a chance. As Michelangelo stated, the greater danger for most of us is not in setting our aim too high and falling short, but in setting our aim too low and achieving our mark. Like many, my career hinged on chances taken, decisions made, some good, some not so good. Nonetheless, they were made. In my case, after I completed my undergraduate degree, I decided to give med school a shot. It certainly was not easy, but through perseverance and hard work like you today, I managed to reach graduation. Surprise. I will never forget the look of pride in my father's eyes on the day I graduated. I was not only the first doctor in our family, I was the first university graduate. It was as though he was seeing before his eyes the vision he had dreamed of when he took a leap of faith and stepped onto that boat from Poland. The future he wanted to one day provide for his children. In addition, my wife and I were so pleased that he lived long enough to witness the university graduation of his first grandchild, our oldest son, Carl. He would be pleased that our other children, Christopher, Andrew, and Karen, are university graduates, with Chris, a physician, a radiologist with subspecialties in interventional and neurointerventional radiology. After graduation, came more choices. What kind of doctor was I going to become? I knew what I didn't want to do, but I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I was then reminded of an experience as a third-year med student. A small entourage went to the radiology department to go over the x-rays of a patient's lumbar spine with a radiologist. I was so taken with Dr. Traub's ability to correlate the clinical presentation with the findings detected on the radiographic images. I thought, how fascinating to be able to interpret images, differentiating the slightly abnormal from the normal, that would help solve patients' clinical problems. So the decision to specialize in diagnostic radiology was made. When informing my mother of my decision to become a radiologist, she paused, looked at me sadly, with tears forming in her eyes, and said, "And I thought you were going to be a real doctor." Well, the choice was the right one for me. From day one to the moment I retired 2 years ago, I loved what I did. How fortunate to have found something that I so enjoyed, helping physicians solving patients' problems, being the doctor's doctor. My wish for you is that you too can find something that you so enjoy doing, are so passionate about, are so enthusiastic about the continuing learning process, that it really does not feel like work at all. As George Bernard Shaw said, some men see things as they are and ask why. I dare to dream of things that never were and ask, why not? Follow Shaw's advice. Dream big dreams, dreams of wonderment and excitement. Follow them with a passion. And here's the catch. As you follow your various passions, do not forget to give back every step along the way. As Einstein tells us, it is every man's obligation to put back into the world at least the equivalent of what he takes out of it. Reflecting on my career, my most rewarding moments arrived when I was giving back, working with medical students, residents, helping facilitate the learning process was extremely fulfilling. Then there was the opportunity to contribute new knowledge through educating others with presentations at national and international society meetings, serving on the board of these organizations, publishing research projects, educational reviews, book chapters, serving as a visiting professor, etc. None of the above were things I had to do. They were all things I wanted to do. I wanted to give my profession as much as it had given me. Giving back can take a variety of paths. There's members of societies, partnerships, faculty, community, church organizations. Get involved. Give of your time and your wisdom. I grew up in a small prairie town where giving back was a way of life. My parents gave back to their community, to their neighbors, every single chance they had. They wanted to give their adopted country, Canada, as much as Canada had given them. In closing, be willing to love and be loved, be willing and able to accept the good with the bad, share your collective gifts and talents with others, always be cognizant of how your actions and deeds will influence the length of the shadow you have cast as you go through life. You want this world to be a better place for you having lived in it. Like you, I will always be grateful to my parents for providing encouragement and an opportunity to pursue an education. As my father frequently reminded us, you can lose everything. However, what you have up here, no one can take away. What you have up here, no one can take away. I thank you for allowing me to share this special time with you. Please accept my best wishes for health, happiness, and both personal and professional fulfillment. Congratulations and thanks to your family and your entire support system that helped you get here today. So the torch is now passed on to you. Run with it and light up the world. And remember, whether you are a native of Saskatchewan or just here for your schooling, we are all together, forever, part of the Rider Nation. Go, Riders, go!
Eminent Chancellor and platform guests and Colleen Young, member of the Legislative Assembly, ladies and gentlemen, and particularly graduands. I am so excited to be here with you today. My name is Gordon Barnhart. I'm the interim president and vice chancellor, and I get excited for every ceremony of convocation. And you say, he's just making that up. This is the 7th ceremony this week. But I do, and I feed on your enthusiasm and your energy. Convocation is a wonderful time to celebrate. It's a time of celebrating your accomplishments and looking towards the future. And we have today the colleges of dentistry and nursing. Two, I think, of my favorite colleges. You're wondering why, aren't you? Well, first off, my late wife was a nurse, and I got to know the nursing profession very well through her eyes and saw her dedication to the patients. And secondly, I have spent a good portion of my life in a dentist chair. My retirement savings are in my mouth. And that has also given me a great appreciation for the dentist that I see and to all of the dental profession. And so I think it's appropriate that nursing and dentistry should be the last two colleges in this series of convocation celebrations. It's a very, very important, and as Dr. Carl Zylak had said, it's service, and that is what you represent. And so it's a great celebration with you today. Part of my job, is to brag about the University of Saskatchewan, but I do that naturally because first off, I'm a graduate of the university, but secondly, I just believe so much in the university and all that it's accomplished and all of its potential. And so when I'm bragging, I do that in all sincerity, and I want to brag about the University of Saskatchewan Wind Orchestra, who has been entertaining you just before the ceremony and will be playing for you right after I have finished my remarks. And why I'm bragging about them particularly is we are one of the few universities in Canada to have a wind orchestra playing at Convocation. I think it just adds so much to the ceremony. But I have really good news for you, because this orchestra has been invited to perform under the able direction of Dr. Darren Olaking. They are going to go to a conference in California in July, and they've been invited and juried for this, and they are one of 15 orchestras in all of the world that will attend this conference, and they are the only Canadian university orchestra to go. And I think that's well worth bragging about and saying thank you very much. They are going to be playing a tune in a moment, as you maybe saw in your program, that was composed by Dr. David Kaplan. And David Kaplan was a friend of mine and certainly a friend to the university, a professor of music at the University of Saskatchewan, and he passed away a couple of months ago. And more information will be given to you in a few minutes. But I am just so pleased that the orchestra chose to pay tribute to Dr. Kaplan today, and so I hope you will enjoy that music. I'm now thinking, though, of the feelings that you must have here today. I want you to think back to your first day that you entered campus, entered the university, whether here or La Ronge, à la Crosse, or wherever you might have been studying. Do you remember that first day? Do you remember? Certainly I did. I was from, as Dr. Zylak has said, I'm also from small town Saskatchewan. And at a time when travel in this province wasn't quite as frequent as it is today, and that was only the second time I'd been in Saskatoon, was when I came to the University of Saskatchewan. And my heart was here. It was just pumping like crazy. I thought, I can't do this. I won't be able to do this. Because students that were in the grades ahead of me in high school had gone off to university and had come back at Thanksgiving and at Christmas time as graduates. And I thought it must be absolutely impossible because they're very smart people. They didn't admit at the time that they had graduated for partying instead of studying. But I went to university. Well, I was the first in my family ever to have gone to a university, and I just thought this must be impossible, so I studied. I studied so hard. I didn't have a car, I didn't have a girlfriend, and I just studied. And my marks were okay. But by second year, I discovered the true meaning in life. I had a car and I had a girlfriend, and my marks went down a wee bit. But I hope that your feeling of accomplishment today will reflect your memories of all of those thousands of hours that you put in studying, or doing labs, or doing rounds in a hospital, or working in a clinic. And you think back on that and you think, boy, that was hard, but you know what? Today, it's all worth it, because now you are going to be graduating. It's a payoff time for all of that studying and all of that reading. But you're not here because you're lucky. You're here because you've earned this degree. You've worked hard. And you deserve to be here, and you deserve to have this degree, and I hope that you'll carry it with pride. So relax and breathe in this celebration. And as you're walking across the stage, don't worry about tripping or anything. Just relax, accept the moment, and I hope that you will remember all of the people who were helping you along the way, your professors, your mentors, your friends, your family, and celebrate with them. And so now you're going to say, well, okay, that's the celebration. Now what next? And I know many of you already have jobs, your careers are already started. And others perhaps are wondering, now what am I going to do? Maybe further education? And then I see a few faces say, oh, not another exam, I don't want to do another. But you know what? No matter what you do, whether you go back to university or whether you are in a job, in a career, you are going to be learning, I hope, every day of your life. You have to keep learning, to keep up with your profession, to keep up with the world. And you now have the tools that you have learned here at the University of Saskatchewan to know how to study, and you know how to improve yourself. And by improving yourself, you will create new opportunities as life goes on. And so you are well prepared for all of the challenges that may come to you in life. And life isn't always easy. A person can look at someone who is successful. For example, myself, I'm on my 8th career. My resume looks as if I can't hold a job. But it's been wonderful because as I've been working through, someone will come along and say, Gordon, come with me. I have an exciting thing that I want you to do. And here I am at president of the university. But you know, life always has, as I mentioned earlier, my late wife, a person loses important people in their lives sometimes. If you haven't, you're very fortunate. But you know, you learn to cope with the hard parts of life and you carry on. And so it has been our job at the university to help you succeed. And you are joining today a group of people, the alumni of Saskatchewan. Counting Convocation now, as of today, we have over 145,000. 145,000 graduates living and contributing in the world, doing amazing things in Saskatchewan or in Canada or around the world. And they contributed back to the University of Saskatchewan. And to just give you an example of people who are dedicated to the university, I was in China last fall, and we held an alumni event in Beijing. And there was a young woman who came up to me and she said, you know, I flew 4 hours to get to Beijing to come to this event, and 2 others said, yeah, they had come 3 hours by plane. And I said, isn't it fortunate that you had another event, something else to come to Beijing, and you could combine it with this? No. We came here specifically. We took a day off work and we came specifically to celebrate the University of Saskatchewan. We love you. You have given us that start that our careers are just going up like this in China. And so that just really filled my heart with warmth and happiness to realize how important their university was, our university was, to them. And I hope you will feel the same way. And that group of alumni is an amazing group of people who have done some really tremendous things. And the thing about our alumni that are very special is their unwavering support, their unwavering loyalty to the university. And they give back with their talents, with their time, and quite often with their resources. And the generosity of our alumni and our donors is really quite astounding. And perhaps many of you have received financial aid or scholarships to get to where you are today. And I wonder if you have thought, now I wonder where that money came from for those scholarships. And it has come because people have donated money to the university to say, I want to help students. And so I hope that when you are out from university and you have become established and are able, even in a very small way, perhaps you will say, I want to contribute to the university by means of a scholarship so that I can help students who are following in my footsteps. We have a great amount of pride in our university, and I hope that you do too. And I can't draw attention to every accomplishment of your two colleges, but I want to just pick out a couple to show you how we have some great things happening in the colleges of dentistry and nursing. One example is research by 3 students in the College of Dentistry with faculty support, which may lead to a new mercury-free material by filling teeth by replacing the mercury found in traditional amalgams with a silver solution and ceramic nanoparticles. This research won National Dental College competition. So good for you on that. Another example is the collaboration between nursing, dentistry, and ophthalmology that looks to develop a way to bring dental and vision care to the north through education. This earned the interdisciplinary team the inaugural 2015 Faculty Interprofessional e-Health Award from Canada Health Infoway. This is the sort of interdisciplinary work that epitomizes health sciences on our campus, especially now with our new health sciences building. And I always take the opportunity to thank the provincial government for investing $362 million in that building, and it is showing results in terms of how the health disciplines are working together. Another accomplishment in the College of Nursing, which this year received accreditation. And just for the audience, I know the students will know this, but in the audience, if you're not aware, all of the professional schools have to have accreditation, which means that they have to meet a particular standard within the profession. And our College of Nursing received its accreditation this year, or a renewal of the accreditation this year, as well as the highest approval rating from the Saskatchewan Registered Nurses Association for its nurse practitioner program. And this continues, the college continues to blaze a trail in an area of learning where you live. This is something new for the University of Saskatchewan, and I am so excited about it because this year is the first year that we have students here with us this afternoon, graduates of the College of Nursing, who have taken all of their classes, the complete course, all 4 years, in either La Ronge or Isle La Crosse. And they've made a special trip here today to celebrate with us, and we celebrate with them. And I'm just so proud of how the university has been able to reach out, and now we have the same program in Prince Albert, now new in Yorkton and Regina. And this is really showing that the University of Saskatchewan is taking education to where the students are. So these are just a few of the examples of achievements and accomplishments in these two colleges. And so you should be proud of your degree because you're part of a long history. The University of Saskatchewan is 108 years old, made up of great achievements. And so you will continue through life to learn, to adjust, to make decisions, to make choices. But I hope that you will find your passion. I hope that you will see something, and perhaps you already have, the fact that you're in two professions where you are serving the public, serving people in need. Perhaps that's your passion. Perhaps you found another passion, but whatever your passion is, I hope that you can follow it and enjoy it. And that old expression, if you do something you love, you'll never work a day in your life. And I shouldn't admit this, but I've never worked a day in my life. I have absolutely enjoyed all of the work that I've been able to do. And so follow your passion, but also look back and remember the people who mentored you, who helped you get to this spot today. I remember when I was in high school in Saltcoats, just near Yorkton. Yorkton is actually a suburb of Saltcoats. And for those people in Yorkton here, I apologize to you, but it's the truth. And I was working my way through high school in order to be able to, I came from a family where I knew that we didn't have enough money for me to go to university, so I would mow grass in the summer and wash cars and deliver newspapers. And the principal of the high school hired me to mow his grass. And after we were done and he paid me, then we'd sit on his back porch and we would talk about life and we'd talk about careers and education. And he was an absolute mentor to me. I looked up to him, I idolized him. And then I went off to university and I was gone for maybe 6 months and I heard that he had passed away. And I felt so badly because I'd never said to him, thank you very much for all of your guidance that you've given me over those years in high school. And the only thing I could do was then write his widow a note. I wrote her a letter thanking her because it was too late to thank Mr. Castleton. And I hope that that doesn't happen to you. I hope that you will take the chance to thank the people that are important in your life and to thank them for helping you to get to where you are today. And so in that light, I want to look now beyond the graduates to everybody in the audience, the family and the friends. Thank you very much for coming today to celebrate with us. We appreciate you being here. And I want the students, please, the graduates, to please rise. And will you face the other way towards your friend and family? And let's show our appreciation to them for all of their love, their support, and the tuition fees. Thank you very much. The graduates, please face the stage again, and you may be seated. One last thing, you've heard of graduation exercises. You've just had the first little bit of exercise. Enjoy your day. Thank you very much for being here, and congratulations.
Today's musical interlude by the U of S Wind Orchestra is a piece composed by Professor Emeritus David Kaplan. Dr. Kaplan passed away this year on April 6th at the age of 91. He was a pillar of the Saskatoon cultural community and was the driving force behind the music program and the band program at the University of Saskatchewan, as well as a longtime conductor of the Saskatoon Symphony Orchestra. He was a member of the Order of Canada and most recently received the Cornerstone of the Community Award at the 2014 Mayor's Cultural Gala. The Department of Music is honored to have substantial scholarships awarded every year in his name and is proud to house the Kaplan Collection, which contains over 350 unique musical instruments from around the world. The ensemble would like to dedicate Coben Crescent March to his memory and legacy within our community. Eminent Chancellor, Mr. President, members of the University Senate and Board, I present to you the petition of the Council of this university that the candidates to be named, having fulfilled all the requirements of the bylaws, may, with your permission, be admitted to the degrees and certificates to which they are entitled.
Madam Secretary, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of this province, and with the consent of the Council of this university, I consent to admit you to the degrees and certificates to which you are entitled, and vest you with all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining thereto.
Would the graduates in the front row please rise and come to the platform? As you make your way forward, I'll just let you know how the conferring of degrees will unfold. As you enter the stage, please stop and face the audience as the hood will be put over your shoulders. Once you have been hooded, proceed to the first podium where the orator will present each of you by name. Once your name has been announced, proceed to shake the Chancellor's hand, and the Chancellor then tells you that you have been admitted to the Convocation of the University of Saskatchewan. You will then continue across the platform to be greeted by the President and your Dean or Associate Dean of the College, and to receive your parchment from them. As you go down the steps, you will be welcomed as new members of the University of Saskatchewan Alumni Association by a representative of the association.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Dentistry, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Doctor of Dental Medicine. I present to you Amanda Beaudry. D.R. Baikti. Ana Paula Campos. Thank you. Yan Chang. Ryan Sung June. Christopher Gowdy. Brendan Gribba. You got your card. Thank you. Simon Hemina. Dacre Hamilton. Farah Hassani Talik. Corey Hayward. Eric Johnson. Candace Kaminsky. Beshmi Kularatni. Dali Lee. Kristen Malarick. Miranda Mark. Tamana Nuri. Anoki Patel. Sarah Paul. Kellyanna Quattrini. Megan Sagansky. Lindsay Scher. Jenna Schmidt. Ashley Sproat. Adam Bantome. Cale Woodrick. Fraser Young. Please join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of Doctor of Dental Medicine. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Nursing, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing. I present to you Sarah Fana Abraha. Sierra Shea Adam, with distinction. Oluwakemi Adesina. Rabia Ahmed. Thank you. Angelina Grace Ali, with distinction. Jan Marie Anderson. Jana Lynette Dawn Anderson. Gwendolyn Andres, with distinction. Christine Louise Antonini. Erka Asrat. Marta Aziz. Donna Marie Bannock. Jonathan William Barr, with distinction. Elizabeth Claire Louise Bartlett, with great distinction. Peter William Basilewski. Sherry Ann Jamie Beattie. Oren Edward Berger. Nicole Emma Berscheid, with great distinction. Leith Ina Bill. Rebecca Eve Bitts, with distinction. Emily Ann Block, with distinction. Stephanie Eleanor Jean Blum, with distinction. Sarah Jane Bobick, with distinction. Megan Janelle Borden. Brittany Chantel Braun. Alyssa Darlene Bravo. Alexis Faith Bruneau, with distinction. Bailey Nicole Brunel. Sheena Elizabeth Burnett. Heather Bayan, with distinction. Tanya Georgia Burns, with distinction. Sheila May Cameron, with distinction. Amanda Lynn Campbell. Janelle Courtney Cardiff, with great distinction. Jennifer Lynn Catt, with great distinction. Maura Colleen Sirkaniak, with distinction. Anastasia Shaban. Melissa Diane Priscilla Sabrat, with great distinction. Stacy Ray Charles. Erica Lane Teresa Conley. Candace A. Curtis Curl, with distinction. Alyssa Linda Cutler, with great distinction. Christine Nicole Davies, with distinction. Caitlin Degg, with distinction. Carmen Silka Melody Dimnick, with great distinction. Carrie Marie Drever. Robert James DeBrill. Stacy May Duncan. Justin Henry Alexander Silo. Kaylin Amber Eaton, with distinction. Ruth Jennifer Eaton, with distinction. Jessica Nicole Amish. Tennille Angela Jade Esperance. Gayla Marie Evans, with distinction. Ariana Ray Iwanchuk. Rebecca Lee Fallman. Raina Patricia Fosher, with great distinction. Megan Sarah Ferruglio. Caitlin Iris Folk, with distinction. Adiola Dorcas Folorenzo, with distinction. Rochelle Dawn Foray, with distinction. Jamie Lee Francis Foskett, with distinction. Erin Renee Foster, with distinction. Audrey Muriel Friesen, with great distinction. Maya Jane Fraze, with distinction. Nicholas Pierre Roger Futcher. Tanya Ann Funk, with distinction.
Lauren Nicole Gamble, with distinction. Mallory Jane Gardner. Anna Maria Gavlik Homenik, with distinction. Amanda Joy Gebran, with distinction. Rianne Denis Gessner with distinction. Tanya Joanne Elizabeth Gissen. Tara Lee Glover. Arunima Gushami. Mercedes Elise Marie Goulet. Peyton Graham. Chelsea Amanda Ruth Grassel with distinction. Kelly Lynn Grishna with distinction. Elliot Christine Gross with distinction. Kelsey Dawn Hegel with distinction. Michelle Jean Halverson with distinction. Courtney Alice Hanowski with distinction. Lexi Lorraine Hannas with distinction. Nicole Jane Catherine Harding with great distinction. Chantel Jasmine House. Lindsay Alexandra Halsinger with distinction. Nicola Diane Havlicek. Neely Kristen Hildebrand. Mallory Terrine Hofer with distinction. Kyle D. Hofeld. Lauren Catherine Holiday with great distinction. Stacy Christine Honorowski with distinction. Ashley Anastasia Hopkins. Hope Nicole Hordenchak. Denise Andrea Hewitt. Shailene Humphreys with great distinction. Phoebe Nim Lindane Ilao. Bailey Ray English with great distinction. Courtney Kegley. Megan Cater. Jessica Shannon Keeler with distinction. Megan Brianne Kells. Nicole Kennedy. Chantel Jelana Kidd with distinction. Kara Lynn Kindrachak. Jordan Lee Clamp with distinction. Leah Catherine Clamp with distinction. Jennifer Christine Nibbs with distinction. Abigail Sarah Collody with distinction. Lisa Kimberly Coral with distinction. Meredith Margaret Catherine Mann Koza. Elizabeth Joanna Kuji with distinction. Oya Kutiruba with great distinction. Rebecca N. Laird. Brandy Lee Lagines with great distinction. Yin Man Ansom Lab with distinction. Raya Lisa Marie Larson with distinction. Erin Laverly with great distinction. Mandy Leanne Lawrence. Amanda Rochelle Lazar with distinction. Casey Lynn Libashek with distinction. Trent Dean Leland. Jordan Don LeCroix with distinction. Taylor N. Lindgren. Alana Marie Litzenberger with distinction. Sarah Ngoya Laboya. Michael Brian Ludeman. Rebecca Ruth Love. Tinsley Jean Lukanov. Michelle Malbuff with distinction. Amanda A. Marr with distinction. Ashley Beth Martin. Nicole Hope Martin with distinction. Jillian Rayan Mathiason with distinction. Colleen Deline May with great distinction. Ashley Ann Meyer with great distinction. Kelly Mae McCaslin with distinction. Heather Leslie McDiarmid with great distinction. Erin Ellis McGurk. Natasha N. McKinnon. Kayla Amanda Marie McLeod with distinction. Kiray Rose Mesa with distinction. Chad Lyndon Michalengo. Michelle Dawn Michelshire. Megan Leslie Moore with distinction. Tara Lynn Veronique Morin. Margaret Elise Morrison with distinction. Nicole Marie Morrison. Katrina Murray. Megan Lynn Murray with great distinction. Chanel Gilesa Nahoniak. Jillian Blaine Newdorf. Maya Ilse Newman. Vita Wing Yan Ying with great distinction. Angela Suzanne Nicholson. Melanie Lee Nicole. Corey Brock Knifer with great distinction. Hilda Tongo Nisungu with distinction.
Tatiana Nube Sali with distinction. Adobe Blessing Obima. Haley Brooke Olson with distinction. Marinat Adebola Omolambe. Kala Morgan Parkinson. Carly Davis Parkinson. Erin Nicole Peters with distinction. Sarah Ann Peterson with distinction. Kendra Lola Leanne Phillips with distinction. Edward Fung Tu. Janelle Maureen Popescu with distinction. Phyllis Rubina Probert. Dylan Joel Radomski, with great distinction. Cindy Jane Ramsfield. Kate Ellen Reddycop, with great distinction. Kayla Marie Reed. Ellen Joy Maramba Relatado. Rebecca Ann Rickman, with great distinction. Nicole Renee Roberts, with distinction. Kyla Dawn Robin. Brock Garrett Robinson, with distinction. Marie Therese Rogal, with distinction. Caitlin Elizabeth Rossbrook. Candice Anne-Marie Royer. Angela Violetta Runskaya. Madison Paige Rurak. Amy Lee Ann Rusk, with distinction. Manisha Safi. Halima Hussein Saman. Caitlin Marie Serrar. Heidi Michelle Sarchuk. Catherine Ann Shindalka, with distinction. Kayla Renee Schultz, with distinction. Amanda Scott. Jessica Bryn Surface, with distinction. Chelsea Suzanne Shepard, with distinction. Callie Paige Sickell. Casey Virginia Simpson. Jillian Paige Simpson, with distinction. Jillian Anna Marie Sinclair, with distinction. Surabjit Singh. Shanine Michelle Slugoski. Jessica Marianne Susi. Kaylee Dawn Spare. Kayla Shea Spray, with distinction. Angela Lynn Stewart. Luke Jacob Joseph Struby. Deanna Elizabeth Summers. Yu Sun, with distinction. Paula Lee Sunquist. Michelle Lee Swidensky, with distinction. Erica Jolene Swenson, with distinction. Savannah Therese Sylvestre. Alex Cito. Jessica Jean Thiessen, with distinction. Amélie Marie Tevino, with distinction. Kirsten Lynn Marie Thibault. Aubrey Adora Tollefson, with distinction. Jordan Jade Tully. Jessica Lynn Tomtine. Yvonne Trimble, with distinction. Christina Dawn Tyler Donahue, with distinction. Cassandra Ann Tyson. Jaden Tori Ulmer. Jenna Lee Erica Unruh. Kristen Michelle Urban, with great distinction. Melissa Lynn Vandervloot, with distinction. Marmarie Van Heerden. Ronalda Lynn Vandale. Olga Verchanova. Lindsay Emily Vold, with distinction. Britta Marie Von Hagen, with distinction. Megan June Weber. Shayna Marie Wires. Holly Ann Wesolowski, with distinction. Kyla Leanne Wheeler, with distinction. Lisa Danielle Marie Whitford. Darian Tressa Wild. Krista Patricia Winarski. Nicholas Keith Emile Wingy. Melissa Marie Wingerter. Kaylee Joanne Eileen Winslow. Catherine Sarah Wolfe, with distinction. Megan York. Alana Megan Zimmerman.
At this time, we'd like to take a few moments to honor the memory of a young woman who's not here to celebrate Convocation with us today. Courtney Dawn McKnight. Courtney attended the College of Nursing until her final few classes of her Bachelor of Science in Nursing program. Throughout her time in our college, Courtney made quite an impression on faculty, staff, and other students. Despite the health challenges she encountered, she was always positive and always had a smile on her face. It was clear what was important to Courtney. She loved her family and talked about how excited she was when she found out she was going to be an aunt. She loved helping others and always put others before herself. And she loved being a nursing student. Courtney has been described as being an amazing person and have no doubt been an amazing registered nurse. So while we have grieved for Courtney, we truly feel fortunate to have had her in our college. Members of the McKnight family are here today, and accepting Courtney's degree are her parents, Laura and Terry McKnight.
Please join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Graduate Studies and Research, I present to you these scholars from the College of Nursing and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Master of Nursing. I present to you Sharon Rose Ahiakniku. Candace Ray Blake. Catriona Blythe. Jessica Ray Campbell. Kirsten Lynn Frick. Casey Lee Gall. Jeffrey Randy George Faniff. Rochelle Lynn Reimer. Samantha Marie Shire. Kristen Patricia Mary Schlechte. Please join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of Master of Nursing. Eminent Chancellor, in the name of the faculties, I ask you to grant the degrees and certificates in absentia to those students who have met the requirements to graduate but were not able to be present today.
At the request of the faculties, I authorize these degrees and certificates to be granted.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jerry Uzwak. I am the Dean of the College of Dentistry. And it's a pleasure to be joining and celebrating with you this afternoon. Eminent Chancellor, Interim President Barnhart, graduates, family, and friends, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Dentistry, it is my pleasure to present this year's recipient of the Faculty of Dentistry Gold Medal Award, Dr. Cale Woodrick. Now, you might have noticed that we don't utilize distinction and great distinction because in dentistry we teach competency, and that all of our graduates are competent dentists and not dangerous, because this is important for you guys because you'll be sitting in their chairs. But we do recognize a student who achieves greatness in both the art and science of dentistry. And the gold medal in dentistry is given to that student who has attained the highest academic average across the didactic, the preclinical, and the clinical teaching over the 4-year program in dentistry. Cale has excelled amazingly throughout his studies at the college. He is a recipient of numerous scholarships and awards. Cale was born and raised in Saskatoon. He is extremely creative and has always loved working on projects and making things with his hands. He's a very industrious young man. Until recently, he had a landscaping company. Yeah, Paving Stone. So, I mean, obviously we didn't work him hard enough when he had time in his off hours to run a business. He has a passion and appreciations for all things artistic, music, visual arts. He has a real interest in science and technology. He spent 2 years in undergraduate studies in arts and science and was admitted to the college in the fall of 2011. Cale has developed an interest in surgical techniques as well as in periodontics, and he has been accepted into our general practice residency postgraduate program for a year of study, and then he hopes to pursue his specialty degree. So, without further ado, I want to thank you all for being here and wishing Dr. Cale Woodrick congratulations in being our gold medalist for this graduating class. Thank you.
I'm Lorna Butler, Dean in the College of Nursing. Eminent Chancellor, Interim President Barnhart, and our Provost, Dr. Barber. I'm pleased, on behalf of the College of Nursing faculty on the stage today, to present the most distinguished graduate of the College of Nursing, Olya Kutsaruba. Olya is not just receiving one award now, she is receiving two, the W.S. Lindsay Gold Medal in Nursing, and also the University Prize in Nursing. Olya was born in the Ukraine and immigrated to Canada at the age of 5. She grew up in Saskatoon with summer visits back to her homeland. Olya entered the post-degree Bachelor of Science in Nursing program in 2013 as a mature student. Prior to starting her nursing education, she had studied in physiology, pharmacology at the U of S. In addition, she traveled and she did a significant amount of volunteer work with children in protective services in Bolivia, where she was mentored by a physician who introduced her to rural health care for Indigenous people. Since then, Olya and her husband David have returned to Bolivia to work with health professionals in the rural settings, and they have raised funds to be able to take medical and healthcare supplies back to Bolivia. Olya says that she decided to pursue nursing because of those experiences that she had in Bolivia, which increased her knowledge of the physical, emotional, and spiritual needs of people living in rural communities and in third world countries. And most important, she became aware of the social determinants of health. She sees nursing as a very practical way to address these health determinants. Olya consistently demonstrated high academic achievement and exceptional clinical nursing skills during her studies in the post-degree program. Our faculty and our clinical preceptors have commented on her excellent rapport with patients, families, and staff. They have described her as an engaged learner, as hardworking, self-directed, a team player, a leader among her peers, and an exceptional advocate for patients. Olya is passionate about working to enhance the health of women and children. She and her husband plan to move to British Columbia, where she will work as a labor and delivery nurse and eventually in the community in public health nursing. And I would like to remind her we have many rural communities in Saskatchewan. Olya graduates today with great distinction and is a worthy recipient of the awards of the Most Distinguished Nursing Graduate at the 2015 Spring Convocation. We're proud to have her as part of the profession of nursing. Congratulations, Olya.
Good afternoon. Eminent Chancellor, Mr. President, platform participants, graduates, and guests. My name is Judy Bazowetsky, and I'm a proud U of S alumna, earning my Bachelor of Science in Home Economics and Bachelor of Education in 1967. As a board member of the University of Saskatchewan Alumni Association, it is my distinct pleasure to congratulate you, the class of 2015, and welcome each of you as our association's newest members. You made it. Your years of work have paid off. I know you feel like your work is done, and you can breathe a sigh of relief. And indeed, you should. Take a moment to soak it all in. Celebrate this moment. Although it feels like today is an end to your time as a member of the University of Saskatchewan community, it is really a new beginning. You will always be a member of the University of Saskatchewan and of the Alumni Association. You are students on campus for a relatively short time and alumni for a lifetime. Today, you join our alumni family of 143,000 strong and growing. You follow in the footsteps of accomplished U of S alumni, like the Honorable John G. Diefenbaker, Canadian Prime Minister, and it was with him that we had the Canadian Bill of Rights. And it's kind of interesting to reminisce and remember that it was John Diefenbaker who was the Chancellor when I graduated from university. Henry Tobey, recipient of the Nobel Prize in Chemistry. Nan Mackay, the first Métis and the first Aboriginal woman to graduate from the University of Saskatchewan 100 years ago this year. And we were privileged to have her niece at our ceremonies yesterday. The late Honorable Sylvia Fedoruk, pioneer of Cobalt-60, and I was humbled and privileged to serve with Sylvia Fedoruk when I was on the Board of Governors at the university. Guy Vanderhaeg, winner of 2 Governor General Awards for his writing. You join accomplished health professionals like Jerry Dixon, who was instrumental in the creation of the National Native Access Program to nursing. Jean Morrison, President and CEO of St. Paul's Hospital here in Saskatoon. Dr. Dennis Lanigan, the first person to get both Doctor of Dentistry and Doctor of Medicine degrees from the U of S. Dr. Joel Epstein, a recognized leader in oral medicine and oral oncology. Dr. Thomas Yu, periodontist by day, accomplished concert pianist and piano hearer by night. I could go on and on naming our alumni who are leaders in business, public policy, and public service, health, crop, animal science, the arts, sport, athletics, virtually every field and profession imaginable. But you will not only follow into the footsteps of these distinguished men and women, you will blaze a new path. Take a look around you and remember the faces you see here today. Who do you see? The faculty who have inspired and led you? Classmates and colleagues? Remember these faces and names, those you have heard today and seen in the program. Yours are the names of accomplished alumni that we will read about from a stage like this one in future generations. You, the generation that is experiencing change at an unprecedented and ever-accelerating rate, will take all you have learned, your knowledge, your experiences, your relationships, to take on challenges we can't yet imagine, to help build vibrant communities. Because of your time at the U of S, you have all the tools, knowledge, skills, and abilities to think critically, solve problems, create solutions, discover the unknown. Take one more look around you, or thumb through the program and look at some of the names. So when you hear of the accomplishments of your fellow alumni, you can say, hey, I know her. She's one of us. She's a U of S alumna. And you will serve as an inspiration for each other to step into the spotlight and boldly share your own achievements as University of Saskatchewan alumni. Congratulations to each and every one of you, our graduates, and welcome to the University of Saskatchewan Alumni Association. If you'll permit me, I just need to share a little story with you, and it has to do with Dr. Barnhart. And it was, at one time, we were visiting together. I had been on the Senate at the university, and he challenged me and said, have you ever considered running for the Board of Governors? Oh my goodness, I said, heavens no, heavens no. Well, you need to think about it. And I never did really respond, but he did get after me, and I ended up serving on the Board of Governors, which was a humbling and wonderful experience. And I share that with you because one of the first things that we ended up at one of our first board meetings, we were talking about the fact that so many of us had been away from the campus for so many years. We weren't really sure, where some of the classes were being held. And one of them was the College of Dentistry, which none of us had ever been to. And I always remember us visiting. Do you remember Dr. Sutherland and Dr. Uzak, that the Board of Governors came over and we got toured through the College of Dentistry. And so it reminded me of that visiting with, and seeing both of them today. And another thing that I remember getting a letter from the university, but it was actually from the Prairie Swine Center. And I thought, good heavens, why am I getting a letter from the Prairie Swine Center? Well, I found out that the University of Saskatchewan has a Prairie Swine Center that I didn't know about. And so I took the opportunity to go out there and to visit at the Swine Center. And they were actually quite surprised that a woman would come out to visit there, but it was most interesting. Anyways, enjoy your day, and again, warmest congratulations from the Alumni Association.
Hello, my name is Blaine Fable, and I'm the Chancellor of the University of Saskatchewan, and I'm sure many of you would like for me just to say the end and sit down so we could all go, but I won't do that quite, but I'll very close to that actually. I have little eloquence and little wisdom to add to the great words that you've heard this afternoon, and I just wanted to acknowledge our platform guests, Ms. Colleen Young from the Member of Legislative Assembly. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Dr. Zylak, congratulations on your great honor. You honor us with your presence. And platform guests. I wanted to just acknowledge the graduates, the parents, all the people that came out tonight to celebrate, or this afternoon with us to celebrate. It's been a wonderful afternoon. And this brings to close the last of our convocations. We've had 7 this week. And if you've ever seen that movie Groundhog Day, it's kind of like that, except more special, because you'd think it would be like that, but actually it isn't. I think President Barnhart was completely correct when he said that it's actually energizing for us, and it actually it lifts you up, seeing the faces of the graduates, the emotion in their face. Some have tears in their eyes, some have big smiles, some can't get across the stage fast enough, and some sort of want to amble slowly and take in the moment, and some look really scared actually too, which is kind of funny, because I think they have, their high heels are so tall, they think they're going to fall into the orchestra pit. I know that the people from the orchestra are always glad that they come through these things unscathed. Also wanted to share with you just a last word that we sang for you earlier in the program, the honor song, which is a song from my people, the Plains Cree. And it's a song, really it's a gift of the community. It's a song that's sung for returning veterans, for people that have accomplished, for leaders who accomplished great things, for people in our community who have accomplished a great deed and a great task. So today, and it's sung by families and communities, so it's very appropriate that it was sung for you today, because you are part of our family and you're part of the community of the University of Saskatchewan. And this university has shaped who you are, as it has shaped all of us who are on stage and all of us who are alumni. And whether you've met your wife or your husband or boyfriend or friends for life, mentors and scholars who you'll return to seek further wisdom as your careers go on, stay connected with the university. It's important that you do. The university is not just the granite buildings and the bowl and the physical attributes. It's actually the humanity which ties us all together. The love of learning, the love of knowledge, the love of this province, and the love of this university. So to all of you that are journeying onward this afternoon, I wish you all a safe journey home. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Thank you for being part of our family. You continue to be part of our family, and we look forward to seeing you all again. Before we leave the stage this afternoon, I want to say a couple thanks to some folks that deserve it. I want to thank Darren Olerking and the University Wind Orchestra. Thank you so much, Darren. I want to thank our signer, Anna Websdale, our vocalist, Kata Kartova, our drum group, All Tribe Singers, Mr. Pelly, our traditional knowledge keeper, our university chaplain, Pastor Fran Schmidt, and Megan Riesling, the convocation coordinator. So as the graduates come across the stage, I have very few tasks, so which is very good because I have very limited skills. But one thing I do say is, I have to say, I admit you, and we've convocated 3,375 graduates this week. And near the end here, I think I might have, because your tongue gets tied after you say it so many times, I think I told you, a few of you, that I missed you. And a couple of you were really nervous, you too, right? So that was funny. But we really do miss you, and we will miss you. So everybody get home safe. Thank you so much. It's been a wonderful afternoon.